Buck roll.
Yeah. Woo! Yeah, give me the words and I got the flow. See, I don't gotta write, I got the Holy Ghost. Yeah, that's called a ghost writer. Jeremiah 5:14, that's so fire.
Isaiah 14, and when I retire, out of captivity I broke the iron. Who that is coming out of Mount Zion? Woolly hair, looking like a lion.
1,000 men marching with no drums on, no trombone, just boots on. Use our voices screaming out, take care of your homes, take care of your wives, take care of your own.
Now we standing out here in the valley of the bones. This place called America, this is not your home. This is like a tomb, place where you died at. Now I resurrected, trying to bring the 12 tribes back.
I came on a slave shipping,
And I ain't even like that.
put my neck in a rope and
I couldn't even fight back.
Welcome to Four Corners News, where the truth speaks. I am Captain Zakar to my left,
Officer Daniel.
and to his left,
Officer Azaniah.
and to his left.
Officer Lyell.
He forgot his name, but we make up Four Corners News. That's right. Thanks for tuning in, man. We got to get right into it, man. As I was telling some of the brothers here earlier, the Lord is just using Kanye West to bring attention to the matter at hand, but it's the prophet's job to give the people, to cause the people to understand the reading.
That's
That's all God's doing, is using these entertainers to make his stuff known.
That's how they don't know where the truth is gonna catch them off guard.
Yeah.
Because the Most High will just, like they playing chess, Most High playing checkers. He'll make a way or make a platform.
He playing chess, they playing checkers.
I said it the wrong way?
Yeah, he said it wrong.
Okay, all praises, Cap.
The Lord forgive you though.
But he'll make a way where the platform for the prophets to speak will come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It'll just come out of nowhere.
Yep. Just boom out of nowhere.
It gives you you know the scripture that says the spirit
Goeth where it listeth.
Where it listeth.
Yeah.
So
John 3. Yep.
So the spirit has went and it hit somebody, and now
Yep.
you know how the word just burns so hot in your
Jeremiah.
spirit. You
Yeah.
starting to see the oppression,
Yeah.
and then you just gotta speak it.
Even if you're rich, you see the oppression. Damn,
Yep.
make that
Right.
something. Let's get into it, man. Let's see what Kanye's been going into. Let's pull it up for those that may not know.
From the Trump supporter who called slavery a choice, Kanye West wears White Lives Matter t-shirt.
Now, we all remember that, man. We you know, when Kanye said that, he was hood certified.
Yeah.
Well, no, not
Nah.
slavery choice. No, he was hood certified when he said George Bush don't care
like
about black people. Right.
Yeah.
When he said this is when like, oh man, he's
losing.
Right.
He done lost his
he done
mama.
been bought out.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
you can't trust Kanye because 1 minute he'll be talking about slavery, and
Yeah.
the next minute he'll be wearing a "Make America
You're
Great"
right.
hat again.
You exactly right. So
Can't trust.
yeah, he all over the place, man. Y'all what? Did y'all see his documentary?
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
What was it called again?
Jesus or Genius?
Genius.
Genius, but it was
Genius.
spelled a different way, right? Yeah, you saw the I guess you would say the decline in that through that documentary once his mama died and then he started messing with white women, and now his damn mind went all over the place. So let's pull up the shirt that Kanye wore along with the other black agitator. That's what I call her. She's a black agitator, Candace Owens. So that went viral right there all over. Real Candace Owens, I guess Twitter. And you know what, man? I didn't know that Twitter is like a whole world in itself, man.
Yeah.
Twitter be jumping.
I couldn't keep up with that.
Yeah.
I didn't never mess with Twitter. I didn't mess with nor Instagram or
Tried.
Twitter's evil.
nothing.
It depends on which world in Twitter that you go into. That's something that's called Black Twitter. That's what you got to stay on.
I grew up during the days of when Facebook came out and you had to be in college to actually get on Facebook. You had to be smart
Cap.
and then doing something with your life to get on Facebook. Then they opened it up to all the ratchet ass Memphis
Miss Mimi Pretty
304s.
305s, 954.
We drop it.
Pretty blue face.
Yeah, and then they gave niggas lives and it went to hell.
What the hell?
It's But you actually had to be. I came up during that era, and then they had MySpace.
The MySpace.
Yeah, MySpace
You
was
can
my
move the
era.
stuff around. We was out there. Some of y'all don't know because MySpace is so old. We was actually coding computers.
Yeah.
We learned code through
on MySpace.
MySpace
Yeah.
and didn't even know it, and just let it go. If we'd have kept coding.
Yep.
They cut
From
that
that
thing
time,
off.
we would be black people
Millionaires.
would be internet geniuses right now.
Yeah.
Because to make MySpace how you wanted it, to make it your personal page, you literally had to go in and write code on that.
Right.
Cap,
That's
remember
right.
the code that you had to write to remove Tom as your friend? You had to be
Yeah,
a genius.
yeah.
Tom was everybody.
Tom
Right.
was everybody's
Tom
friend.
was
You take him off the
everybody's
top
friend.
8 friends.
Yeah.
That dude show back up.
Yeah.
You got to be a genius to be able to edit Tom.
That's
out.
crazy.
Used to
Cap.
code, man. All you old heads know what I'm talking about. You used to code, man. But I don't mess with none of that
jailbreak
stuff.
stuff.
But Twitter got a whole world in itself, man. So a lot of the celebrities and people and stuff be on there. But those was the shirts that he wore and sent it sent the woke black folk in an uproar. Pull up what Diddy said about Kanye.
Their dress is this White Lives Matter t-shirt. I've always been there, and I will always support my brother Kanye as a free thinker. But the White Lives Matter t-shirt, I don't rock with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not with it. And with the press and what fashion is doing, thinking it's a joke. But right now, all America has planned for us is poverty, incarceration,
He
and
doing
death.
this. He doing this in a
So
club.
before I could get to any other lives matter, which all lives matter, you know what I'm saying? That Black Lives Matter, don't play with it. I do have to address it.
Okay, Paul. So Diddy was upset about that, and he messaged Kanye on it. But Diddy is damn near. I looked up his net worth. His net worth is $900 million. He's damn near a billionaire, and he's talking about all America got for us is death, destruction, and whatever else
So he
he
knows.
just said.
So he knows.
And poverty, right? So basically what he's telling you is that money, even if you rich, you still nigga.
Jay-Z said it best.
Yeah, still
Fo.
nigga. It's just he's detached from the everyday life of the 9 to 5.
Right.
But where he's at on his level with that money, he sees the what's that word that when white people show racism to you in a very slick and sly way. What's the
Covert.
word? Covert. What is it? Come on, Mariah. You
Congruent.
got a damn dress shoes.
You gotta-
Right.
now.
Yeah, he just fresh off the job.
You got to ask
So-
Wolverhampton over there.
Yeah, he
You gotta
knows the
ask
dictionary.
It's like
Wolverhampton.
innuendos, microaggressions. That's what I'm thinking of. It's micro.
Yeah, come on, give him a ride. He's going
Yeah,
down your
he
lane.
lives in that place where there are microaggressions of racism, and he sees it, and he understands that even if you got $900 million, the plight of the overall black person in America is poverty, racism, and death. That's all that this place really has for you. So your money can't do nothing for you. So he's upset that Kanye put out a White Lives Matter. What P. Diddy really? So what does P. Diddy really say then? Does he say because he's in that world?
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Is he saying that he hate white people?
Dang.
What's he saying?
I know he know how to play his role just so he can get what he
Yeah,
wants.
yeah.
But
Exactly
he know the
right.
truth though. He understand that he is not the same as that race of other people.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So-
but he don't come out and say nothing though.
Yep.
Real quick, give me that in Proverbs. Give me that in Proverbs chapter 13 and verse 7.
Proverbs chapter 13 and verse 7. There is that maketh himself rich.
That maketh himself rich. That would be P. Diddy. That would be all your entertainers. They have made themselves rich. They have broken many commandments of God. They have done whatever they needed to do to get the bag, right? They make themselves rich. Read on.
Yet hath nothing.
That's what P. Diddy said.
Damn.
He got money. He got money, but he don't got money. He said that his place ain't got nothing but death and destruction and poverty for us. He's rich, but he still ain't got nothing. Read on.
There is that maketh himself poor, yet hath great riches.
He make himself poor, yet he hath great riches. What does that mean? That don't mean that you give all your money away to every bum you see on the corner and stuff. No, I'm not talking about that. It means that you don't break the commandments of God or covet money so much that you would turn your back on God and worship the devil and not worship God and keeping his commandments.
Right.
That's what it means by make yourself poor. But in the end, you still have great riches. Because what? Where did Christ say lay up your riches at? In the kingdom of heaven. You don't break the commandments of God. You ain't covetous. You ain't going out your way. You are content where you are. You know what I mean? You ain't striving lawfully to do better, but you ain't breaking the commandments of God to attain to the lifestyle of this world. If you do that, you make yourself poor in the eyes of God. It says, yet he hath great riches because it's stored up in the kingdom of heaven.
And Cap, just like the precept, that goes also with Matthew 19 when he told the rich man to sell all his possessions.
Yeah.
For the kingdom of heaven.
Yep, exactly right. See where his heart really lied. And you see the scripture say he went away sorrowful.
He had riches but had nothing.
Hey, and that's a lot of them entertainers. That's why you can't trust what they say. They talk that woke black stuff. America got poverty and all of this stuff for. Hey, give up all them houses you got there.
Right.
Hey, buddy. Hey, you're doing too much. I can't save the world.
I sweat blood, sweat, and tears on this.
It's a collective. It takes a village to raise a child.
That's exactly what this is.
Okay, yeah, that's what we thought.
Right.
You
ain't.
That's why you ain't called.
Yeah, and they don't understand that what they actually had to do to obtain those riches was they had to actually spit a message that was detrimental to their own race.
Yep.
They had to do
right.
that.
You're exactly right on that. So as we said, Diddy text Kanye, and look what Kanye was replying back and forth to P. Diddy. Pull up those messages. Read that. Just take out the word, the main word. But go ahead and read that for me. Puff.
As soon as I land, we'll meet face to face. Send me an address.
That's Puff Daddy or P. Diddy writing Kanye or Ye, what do he call himself? How did Kanye reply?
Nigga, F you.
Nigga, F you. What he call him?
You fed.
He called him a fed. You fed. Damn, I didn't know Kanye was that. I didn't know the college dropout was that gangster. Right. College dropout was ready to get down. Dang, look what Kanye replied back to him. Not Kanye, but Puff Daddy. Look what I think he changed his name to Love or something, some crazy stuff. Look, now he got Hood on him. Go ahead.
Nigga, send me an address. Let's stop playing these internet games and don't feel threatened. You'll be fine. Just love.
Hey, Puff talking gangster right now. He said, just send me the address. Don't worry about it. You gonna be all right.
You gonna be all right. Go ahead, read that. Read what his reply is.
This ain't a game. I'm gonna use you as an example to show the Jewish people that told you to call me that no one can threaten or influence me.
Damn. He said you a puppet, P. Diddy.
Jewish people.
You being used.
Damn.
Keep reading.
I told you this was war. Now go and get you some business.
Damn. Now go and get you some business.
So are you telling me the reason why P. Diddy is upset because somebody's pulling his string? Somebody's about to take away his income.
I don't know. Kanye knows something that a lot of people don't have the insight in is what's going on in these circles and conversations and people that they are attached to. And he understands that just because Puff Diddy came to him doesn't mean he came to him of his own volition. He could have been sent.
He could have been. He's like, cause he could have been said like, hey, you better get your boy.
Get him right.
You better get him. Yeah. You one of his friends. He could be right on that. Go to the next thing. So let's see what else we got up here. Cause we going somewhere with this, y'all. Go ahead. So some of the people didn't agree with it, as we saw what Kanye or Puff Daddy said to Kanye. Mos Def, one of Kanye's closest friends, that was on a lot of his albums, and when he first came out as feature, he put the shirt on and he put White Lies Matter, which I totally agree with Mos Def on that. Now, if some of you youngins don't know who Mos Def is, right? You gotta go
for the mumble rap.
You gotta go look him up. But he he's one of those rappers that does not necessarily rap about guns and drugs,
women,
and women in the derogatory way.
Right.
He don't really mess around with that stuff, but he's one of the best lyricists. But he's sort of conscious.
Yeah.
But you can see he's not mainstream. A lot of y'all don't know him. A lot of people watching this, you've never heard of most of. You don't see his videos and stuff out there, but he's well respected in the rap community because he never really went into there. But his crazy ass did wear a dress though before. He went to Africa and put on a dress and talk about he get back in touch with his roots. I don't know who told him that. Don't know who told him that. But white lies do matter. I agree with most Dev. White lies do matter because if you don't uncover the white lies, you would never know the truth.
That's right.
Give me that John chapter 8 and verse 32. Give me that John chapter 8 and verse 32. Read that.
The book of John, chapter 8 and verse 32. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
The truth shall make you free. In order to know the truth, you got to uncover white lies because white folk have been in power since the days of what? The Greeks? Since Alexander, right? And they've been telling lies ever since. One of them lies is that, what do they say about the Greeks? That civilization
started with
them white folks that showed up in what were they show? 333 BC?
333.
That's when they first started to rule over the world. But you had many ancient black civilizations for thousands of years to exist way before white folk even came out the damn mountains.
And you know the crazy thing that they're saying, if civilization started with the Greeks, their first leader was a homosexual. How could you produce life off that?
Good point. Good point about that. Good point. You're a good point about that. So yeah, white lies do matter, and the only way that you are going to know the truth to set you free is you gotta be your mind gotta be set free by the true understanding of who black folk are in the Bible, who Hispanics are and Native Indians are in the Bible, and who you are in the Bible in order to be set free. So them white lies, I agree with that. White lies do matter because white lies destroyed the damn world.
That's right.
White lies keep black folk in Christianity. White lies got black women 75% baby mamas. White lies got black people in prison. They making money off of them, got them working for AT&T for 26 cents a day to put on their books.
White lies turn Christ white.
Damn! Damn, that's a main one. Give me that in Thessalonians, man. Here, look at this. Paul talking about them white lies.
White lies turn black men effeminate.
There you go.
Fire.
White lies turn black women masculine.
Fire.
Damn.
You got some more white lies?
I'm trying to come up with some.
White lies turn white people into righteous people. What the hell? We know they devils.
White lies tell you that you could become an inanimate object.
Oh yeah. White lies tell you that you could be born a boy, but you really can feel like a woman.
Damn.
How?
Yeah. White lies tell you that you shouldn't tell your baby what gender he is. You should let him make it up for himself. Although you got to change his damn shitty pamper.
White lies tells you that love is love, no matter how old he or she is.
White lies. White lies have children 10 to 13 years old making adult life decisions.
Woo! Damn! I felt that one.
White lies get 50-50 in the house.
There you go. Good point. White lies got black women wearing weave. Blind weave. Damn.
White lies got them looking white.
Damn. Give me that in 2 Thessalonians, man. You Caucasian, Bob. Why you got white people hair? 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, and let's read verse 3, because Paul talked about them white lies. Read that.
2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 3.
Yeah.
Let no man deceive you by any means.
Deceive you means lie to you. Let no man. And he's going to tell you what man he's talking about. Don't let this man lie to you. Read on.
For that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first. And that man of sin be revealed.
That man of sin be revealed. Who is he, though? Keep reading.
The son of perdition.
Now, God is going to tell you through the mouth of Paul who that man is that will lie to you, and his lies are going to matter because they will deceive you. Read on.
Right. Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God.
God said a man should be with a woman and bring forth children and be fruitful and multiply. This man exalt himself above God and say that love is love, and you can ish a baby out.
Damn.
Look it up. They got them little plastic baby booty things that a man can shit out and stimulate birth.
Wow.
Woo. Wow. That's what he does. He will exalt himself above God and give a what you call them butches and dykes. That's what they call. That's what we used to call them back in the day.
A bull dagger.
That's what we called it back in the day. He would give them a little pee paw thing where they can stand up and pee. They just whip it out their back pocket.
They got an attachable rod.
Yep. Hey, they got a funnel. They got a funnel.
Yes, a funnel. Exactly what it is.
They got a funnel.
Yep, which is doing my thing.
Damn.
Yep, that's what he would do. He would exalt himself above God. Keep reading.
That's a cold
Or
precept.
that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God.
Those are the lies that matter right there. He shows himself that he's God, that he looked like God. The angels look like God. Jesus looked like God. The prophets look like God. So you damn right, most deaf. White lies do matter because white lies will destroy you and send you straight to hell on Judgment Day.
So he's Paul pretty much pointed out, if you go on Google and you type in God, the image that you see, that's Satan. That's the man of perdition.
That's the man of sin.
Right.
Yep.
Damn.
And you know what that is? That's the biggest lie that the Satan allows you to believe.
Yep. And a lot of times, Cap, people don't understand that those things have to be brought attention.
Right.
Attention has to be brought to those things. Even though, like, a lot of the people in our people in the Christian church, they don't want to address it. You know, love is love. We are all one in Christ Jesus, all of that. Can I get a script, Cap?
Yeah.
Go to Deuteronomy 33, read verse 29. It has to be addressed. That all those things, like how God said, has to be revealed.
Yeah, and it got to be addressed continually because, as I think I've said to y'all before, like the Trinity Broadcasting, CBN, the 700 Club, that stuff is on all day, 24 hours. You got a slave in captivity. Go to work 8 hours. You can't do nothing to prophesy or nothing to cast down on lies. You got to wait. While you're at work, while you're slaving, while you sleep, his lies are going 24 hours on around the clock.
Damn. I remember one time we was traveling, and that thing was on 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Who watching the gospel channel?
Somewhere in America, they are sending Peter Popoff a damn $20 donation for some dirty water. It's not holy. It's dirty.
Some faucet water.
Faucet water from Flint. Go ahead, bring it. Script
read that, man.
Deuteronomy chapter 33 and verse 29. Happy art thou, O Israel, who is like unto thee, O people saved by the Lord.
Come on.
The shield of thy help, and who is the sword of thy excellency. And thine enemies shall be found liars
they
unto
be
thee.
Found what?
Shall be found liars unto thee.
God says, and thine enemies. See, that's another lie that they lie to you. They tell you that we are all one in Christ Jesus. We are all the same people. We are unified under the banner of America.
Yep.
But God says that these enemies shall be found liars.
Yep. And they're going to show you that they are your enemies when you prick their heart on certain things like Kanye did. Yep. Hey, so pull up that video to show you about how these lies matter. Because our ancestors just a few generations ago, they wasn't as dumbed down as we are now in this social media era where we are easily swayed by a damn campaign, a media campaign on Instagram and TikTok. They wasn't going for the foolishness because wasn't none of that stuff around. They was experiencing real life, cold hard, in your face hatred and facts to make them understand who the enemy was that was deceiving them. Play it video.
You studied your history, and you did not take over this country by singing "We Shall Overcome." You did not gain control of the world like you have it now by dealing fairly with a man and keeping your word. You're treaty breakers, you're liars, you're thieves, you rape entire continents and races of people.
Damn!
Then you wonder why these very people don't have any confidence or trust in you. Your religion means nothing. Your law is a farce, and we see it every day. You demonstrated it in Alabama. And I can say you, because you're part of the whole system, you profit from it. In fact, you make your living from it.
Look at his face.
You couldn't walk around and talk to people, stand up in your pulpit on Sunday and preach nice little songs and say, now we're going to give thanks to the Lord for he is good and old Jesus be among us. As far as we're concerned, your Jesus is contaminated, just like everything else you tried to force upon us is contaminated. So you can have him. And here's what I'll say. I wish you would follow Jesus like we followed him. Because if you did that, then we'd be in charge tomorrow.
Damn!
History, and you did not take over the...
Damn, that's why white lives matter. They did not take over this country by voting. They killed our brothers. Smallpox, starved out, killed the buffalo. What do you call it? The Trail of Tears, moved them across country into concentration camps that you call reservations.
Underground Railroad.
Underground railroads. Yeah, you killed them in New York. You took what is that? Central Park. Yeah, Central Park. It's a grave site. They stole that thing.
Wicked ass. Black holes, redliners.
You know the crazy thing about it is Kanye is actually right. White life does matter. I know this is very shocking, but think about it. That's what they was doing to us in slavery. Now they done enacted the Willie Lynch letter. Now it's on autopilot. Now instead of them killing us, we start killing each other. So if we start saying that Black Lives Matter, which if it does, then you wouldn't be putting out the type of music that you put out to help further the destruction of your people. But now if you are supporting their agenda, then white lives does actually matter.
Damn. Negro. Play that video one more time, man. I gotta listen to it again because these lies matter.
There was a point in the end that I wanted to touch.
Play it again.
This country by singing "We Shall Overcome." You did not gain control of the world like you have it now by dealing fairly with a man and keeping your word. You're treaty breakers, you're liars, you're thieves, you rape entire continents and races of people. Then you wonder why these very people don't have any confidence or trust in you. Your religion means nothing. Your law is a farce, and we see it every day. You demonstrated it in Alabama. And I can say you, because you're part of the whole system, you profit from it. In fact, you make your living from it. You couldn't walk around and talk to people, stand up in your pulpit on Sunday and preach nice little songs and say, now we're going to give thanks to the Lord for he is good and old Jesus be among us. As far as we're concerned, your Jesus is contaminated, just like everything else you tried to force upon us is contaminated. So you can have him. And here's what I'll say. I wish you would follow Jesus like we followed him. Because if you did that, then we'd be in charge tomorrow.
That right there, Cap. That right there. When he said, I wish you had followed Jesus like we have followed Jesus, meaning that message, that Jesus that you pushed on us, if you was actually following what you was preaching, like, turn the other cheek, love thine enemy, we are all one in Christ Jesus.
He said we be empowered.
He said we would be empowered. That means that the Jesus that they preach, they don't even believe in.
Damn. You damn right they don't, because they don't practice no love thy neighbor as thyself.
None of it.
And they don't do that, because and another point of it, he said if you love Jesus the way that they did and actually practice what he did, love thy neighbor as thyself, and don't be high-minded and all of that, love everybody, all of that. That means that he's saying that if you love Jesus the way you say you did, the playing ground would have been level, and we'd have been surpassed y'all.
Right.
Because we Deuteronomy 7:6. We the people of God. We the greatest thing that ever made. The reason why you keep the reason why you don't preach that Jesus of the Bible that you don't even believe in yourself, because if you did, we would have been in power because we are greater than you are.
Damn, Cap. All praises.
That's what he's saying.
And
right
not
there.
only that, when you look at something like that, a black man that's in a barbershop that they doing an interview, something that's regular amongst us. But as long as you know your history, that's what they're trying to dumb you down and keep you away from. Because if you start knowing and understand who this Caucasian man or this white man is,
Caucasian.
white. Once they start figuring that out, that you start knowing who they are, that's what they start doing by destroying the future generation to keep them from knowing that same level of knowledge that you do, because they know how to keep a slave.
That's a
keep them dumb and keep them physically fit.
What do you call it? A census? They basically putting it out there to see how much information you know.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that is.
He made a heavy point. He said, you profit off of white supremacy or your whiteness. He was like, look at you. You make a living off of it.
Yep.
You standing in a black barbershop talking to a black man knowing after the stuff y'all did to us, the only reason that we don't whoop your ass is because we know that if we do something to you, the police is coming down on him. You profit from off of that stuff. Damn. Same thing today. A lot of them, same thing they profit off. But you got some silly ass people like we talk about Candace Owens. She's don't trust these entertainers. I'm telling you, because they will flip flop. The only thing we do is that we take certain things that they say and we funnel it through the Bible to give you the understanding of. But you can't trust them because they are slaves to the money. They'll flip flop either way. Pull up what dumbass Candace Owens said.
What was her title again, Cap?
I don't know. What you got?
You said it earlier. I was trying to make it
race
stick.
Agitator, race baiter,
black agitators.
Black agitator.
Black
That's what she is.
agitators.
Yep.
That's
Look what she
that's what
says
they are.
right here. And she's married to Esau. She just dropped a Black Lives Matter documentary, which we brought out last week. We was like, damn, that's good stuff right there. Blah, blah, blah. We gonna watch it. And then right after that, here she go with this. You can't trust her. Trust in the Lord. Play that.
And so we got to say all of that by wearing one T-shirt.
It's just so interesting. I mean, if you're triggered, as they say, by a shirt like that, no one who is mad about it ever seemed to ask, like, why? What if it said Malaysian Lives Matter or anybody? A normal person would say, well, of course, all lives matter, but like, why does this make them so mad? It's weird and dark.
It makes them so mad because there is actually in this country a hatred toward white people. It is undeniable. The worst thing that you can be in this country, far from what they're telling you, I would say two things. First and foremost, a black child in the womb of its mother. That is the most unsafe place for a black child to be. The second thing is a white straight male. Right? Because they perceive that as being too normal, right? It's too normal for you to be a white, straight male. You need to make yourself somehow problematized by saying that you're trans, that you're suffering, that you're gay, that you're Hispanic, that you have a biracial mother, something. People are dying to say that they're anything but being white. And again, that is the commentary that we offered by wearing these shirts. You actually cannot, right now, today, on TikTok, you cannot use the hashtag White Lives Matter because they say that it inspires hatred. And in fact, banning the hashtag White Lives Matter is what inspires hatred. The saddest part of this, Tucker, which I want to add, is that after wearing the shirt and getting back here down in Tennessee, I went to a farmer's market, and I had white people coming up to me with tears in their eyes. And I told Kanye this, tears in their eyes, saying, thank you so much, as if they're the forgotten people, for just allowing us to have our
white
voices
people are
back.
forgotten.
They've been sitting in silence, completely sidelined, told that they are not allowed to be American because there's a vicious narrative around that somehow black Americans are suffering from policing and therefore white lives can't matter. They do. It's obvious. Kanye was correct.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know why people put up with it. I mean, no group, no matter what they look like or what they believe, should put up with being singled out on the basis of immutable characteristics.
I'm appalled.
After all the history she knows.
I can't believe it.
Like, whose side is she on? I'm confused. I'm thinking like
she plays the middle ground, man.
I can't believe it.
Who learned?
I was trying to, Kanye, white life. Are you actually right? But damn, you just let me down.
White people are hated here in America.
You was hasty to credit, bro.
Bruh.
You got everybody trying to attain to the white man's status here in America. What they talking about? They blind people, black folk blinding their hair to look like white folk.
Right.
You got them Chinese women marrying white men. What are you talking about?
Sisters attaching themselves to these
we got black women marrying them.
Edomites.
You go outside of the country.
She's talking about one group of them white feminists. That's it.
If you go outside of the country, you go to Brazil, people are lightening their skin.
Right.
People are hating each other for just being dark skinned. So white people are forgotten. When their standard of beauty, if you type in a beautiful woman on Google, I guarantee a white woman pops up.
Yeah. Edom has their resort houses on all these islands, like what Benjamin is and Northern Kingdom, and they go there for like vacation time. You feel what I'm saying? What are they talking about? Just like how the scriptures say that they shall have the fatness of the earth. They shall live in the best places.
Yeah, she crazy, man. I'm telling y'all, just use these entertainers for what they are, fun of what they say through the Bible to wake up our people. Other than that, don't trust them at all. They ain't your leaders. Give me that in Isaiah. Because she's trying to position herself that she's like a leader of the black community. She's trying to emerge as one of the new leaders of the black community, and she's going to set black people straight.
How can you do that? How can you do that when you have an Edomite at home?
Switch.
Where's it at about they that lead thee? Isaiah, where's it at?
3 and 12.
Yep. Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err.
There you go. They which lead thee cause thee to err. So nothing that they say is worthy of following and getting behind, because it's ultimately going to lead you away from God. You heard her talking. You can't be American. She in her mind, she think black people are American. And she wants all of us to be American and vote. What's they call it? What's the other side of Democrat?
A Republican.
Republican, but it's another one there. Conservative.
A conservative.
Conservative. That's what she wants you to do. So you can't trust nothing they say. Never, ever, ever, ever. Ever. Hey, so with Kanye pulling out the White Lives Matter shirt and all of that, man, y'all know the internet is undefeated. So for just for a little bit, not for long, but just for a little bit, Kanye became Kanye White. Bring it up.
How yay?
Hey, I'm telling you right now, man.
How yay?
I promise you, I've seen that dude somewhere around here, man. I've seen Kanye walk around. Kanye White.
Kanye White. Yeah.
I've seen him walking around. So for that White Lives Matter stuff, he became Kanye White for a few days and stuff, man.
Cap,
so,
I don't know who photoshopped that, but that thing is on point.
It don't even look photoshopped.
That don't even
look like a real person.
That looked like a driver's license.
That looked like Michael Jackson Kanye.
Right.
That's Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, that's Kanye's white. Right now,
Mr. White.
Yeah,
like
but
Kanye
hey, check it out though. Kanye got his black card back, y'all. He got his black card back for the moment.
That quick.
Until
his black card expires every 2 months.
It's like
check
he'll do something
in.
bad.
He on house arrest. He got to check in.
He has to renew his black card every 2 months.
Yeah.
He don't get a full year.
No doubt about it. Can't let him have it too long because he do something crazy, man. He be like, man, give me that. Yeah, y'all ever seen that daggone Dave Chappelle race trade?
Yeah, the trade. Yeah.
Kanye.
We'll give you over to.
We'll trade Kanye if he stay on it. But he got his black card back for the time being, man. So he's all right. Pull up what Kanye just said in the last few days, man. Let's pull it up, man. Read that.
U.S. rapper Kanye West threatens Jews in Twitter posts.
So they say he's threatening Jews, right? That's what he said in the Twitter post. Go to the image main point in this article. Let's see what it says in this. The main point. Let's read that.
Appropriating Jewish identity is taken from the Black Hebrew Israelite cult.
Oh.
And black supremacists.
That's a long ass title that they give us. Black Hebrew Israelite cult.
Damn.
And black supremacists.
It got longer, Cap. I think every year
they just gotta keep adding on things.
That's
to
what
make
I'm
it,
saying.
Oh, these black people are scary. Look at them.
Black Hebrew Israelite cult. Literally, we go live every week. Every day we go live
Right.
That's
on damn Facebook where you can see everything we doing.
Cap, they was like, Jim, what do we do, Bob? What words could we use, Bob?
Add cult,
Add
supremacists,
cult,
and
black,
supremacists.
Hebrew, Israelite.
Black supremacists.
What about
'Cause
supremacists?
I could have sworn a couple years ago it was just black Hebrew Israelites. Now it's black Hebrew Israelite cult supremacists.
Yep. There
Just
you go.
in case if
They
we didn't
keep
get
adding
it.
stuff onto it now. So Kanye's comments obviously came from us. So he's been watching somebody. We don't know if he's watching Israel United in Christ, but he's watching some videos to say what he said. So let's go back to that and finish that out. See what he said.
Who believe that African
Now start from the top.
appropriating Jewish identity is taken from the black Hebrew Israelite cult, and black supremacists who believe that Africans are the real descendants of the biblical Israelites and are thus the real Jews.
We are.
While actual Jews are considered fake Jews.
Conversion, yeah. I mean, it's like me getting Jordans from China,
Right. Right.
and the damn and the Jordan dude, you know, his arm ain't like that. It's like this.
It looked
That's
like
not real.
It looked like the Shacks.
That's not.
They're called Jordan-ish.
Jordan.
It's not. Yeah, his legs is
Jordish.
closed.
No, it's called Jordish.
Right, Jordish.
Jordish.
Oh, he's trying to stand it straight up. Like,
Yeah, he just stands there. That's not real Jordans.
Not real Jordans. They're ish.
He ain't got
Jordish.
no ball. They forgot to put the ball.
That's it.
They forgot to put the ball.
It's just his hands. No ball.
The same thing, man. I mean,
Real, it
it ain't real.
you ain't the real Jew.
Yay. Go back to it. Let's finish it out.
Accept it, man.
In another tweet, West, who now goes by the name Ye, posted, "Who do you think created cancel culture?"
Who do you think created cancel culture? Now, see, a lot of people think it just by saying certain things about black folks, you get canceled, or say things about gays that they cancel. He's not talking about that. We're going to break up a little later what he's really talking about when it comes to this cancel culture that he's referring to. So let's go to the other article. Let's go to the other article because always whenever somebody of our people say something that offends the establishment, you always got Negroes that side with the powers that be at the time.
Right.
Just like what is that? What Bishop was pulling that at? Was it in Mark? Let's get that. No, I don't want Mark. Is it about the Herodians? Let's get that. Anybody know where that is? Mark chapter 3, verse 6. Read that because it's always like that. Read that.
Mark chapter 3 and verse 6. And the Pharisees went forth and straightway took counsel with the Herodians.
The Herodians were political Israelites. Go ahead.
Against him, how they might destroy him.
How they might destroy him. The politicians, black politicians of ancient times, sided with white folks. It was like, hey, man, we got to destroy this dude for the stuff that he is saying. Jump up to verse 4 to show what he was saying.
Verse 4. And he saith unto them, Is it lawful to do good on the Sabbath days, or to do evil, to save life, or to kill? But they held their peace.
He answered them such a basic question. Is it right to do good on the Sabbath day? Are y'all so hard up against y'all people that when you see somebody doing good, that you willing to destroy or slander their name, just so you can be right? Politicians, the black politicians that side with the powers that be, they will do that. Pull up the article of this. I bet you never heard of this, y'all. Black Jewish Entertainment Alliance. It's a Black Jewish Entertainment Alliance group.
Wow.
Pull up with Herodians, basically. Pull it up and look what they said. Read that.
The Black Jewish Entertainment Alliance has warned that Ye's anti-Semitic tweets are a threat to black and Jewish relations.
How are you Black Jewish Entertainment Alliance, but then you get to the bottom of it and you're black, you're separate from black and Jewish?
Right. That don't make no
Wait a
sense.
minute.
Go to the article. Or the tweet. Go to the tweet that they said. We click it because they was on Twitter too, and look what they said about Kanye.
Ye's recent statements about the Jewish community are hurtful, offensive, and wrong.
I thought they was Jewish too, though. So how they separate themselves just like that? You know why they separated themselves? Because it brought a bad light to them getting money or having a hand with them. Oh, we got to separate from, hey, black Jewish. Oh, they're the real Jews. We just black, but we're black Jewish too.
Right.
But they're really Jewish. We're just black Jewish. Yeah, that's it.
You're affecting the bag.
That's exactly right.
Mr. White.
Go back to it.
They perpetuate stereotypes that have been the basis for discrimination and violence against Jews for thousands of years.
Oh, God. Go ahead.
Words like this tear at the fabric of the black-Jewish relationship.
Go ahead. Is that's what actually what it is? So yeah, you see, it's the Black Jewish Entertainment Alliance. Scroll down on that. Let's read some more of that right there.
The black and Jewish communities must stand together through incidents like this to make clear that trafficking and hateful stereotypes is unacceptable, and that the words of one entertainer do not reflect the views of an entire community.
They completely disassociate themselves from anything that he said because he's going to mess up their money.
Hey, Cap, you know what I just noticed?
Yeah.
They formed a group.
Bring it out.
To
appease.
Appease or have some type of discord with the Jewish community. Why? Why does black people need to appease the so-called Jewish?
Well, you see what the group is, right? The group's called go back to it. I want you to show this because this is going to spiritual eyes is going to see this. What's the name of this group right here? Read it at the top.
Black Jewish Entertainment Alliance.
Who is quote unquote, like Kanye said, running the entertainment industry? So immediately when he said that, oh, we got to get out in front of this and disassociate ourselves with him because we know how much power they really hold behind the scenes, and they'll cut us out of jobs. They'll keep us out of certain doors from sitting at certain tables, having certain opportunities. Give me that in Isaiah chapter 28, verse 15. You got to be able to see this stuff.
Come on, man.
If nobody else came out, the Black Jewish Entertainment Alliance came out and shunned Kanye. I wonder why the Entertainment Alliance Black Jewish would come out and say something. Things that make you go, Isaiah 28:15. God got the answer. Read that.
Isaiah chapter 28 and verse 15. Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death.
They made a covenant with death to do what?
And with hell are we at agreement.
With us being on the bottom, we are at agreement with that. Y'all are the real. We want a little bit of the crumbs that fall from your entertainment table. Damn. Just include us in something in the. We don't even want to be in B-rated movies. You can put us in C-rated movies. We don't even want to be in Bollywood. You can put us in hood movies.
They do that. You notice that now a lot of those like older that was actually they had those like leading roles in the higher movies.
It's called they call it black exploitation movies. Is what they call it.
Now they are starting to go in like you say those like quick releases on Netflix, the quick releases on your public streaming sites, and they're not going to the box offices. You're noticing that thing.
Yeah, yep. It's a whole damn on Netflix. It's a whole part that says strong black lead.
Right.
Yeah. Or black cinema.
And guess what?
Damn.
Guess what? Nobody watches that shit. I'll be honest with you. Come on, YouTube, talk to me. Who has ever clicked on it? If it wasn't a mainstream movie that went to the white movie theaters,
box office.
You are not box office. You are not looking at them through the strong black leads and looking at Tyrone got his cell phone back. Oh, let me watch that. Man, that's probably a good movie.
Right.
You don't do that
at all.
At all. I ain't never watched a damn movie on strong black lead that wasn't an old school classic that went into the mainstream movie that was pushed by them and they got behind it. And you know who I'm talking about. They might ban us for this. But let's go to the main points in that article and see what people said about Kanye's comments, how black Jewish people feel about his comments. Let's read that.
Shekinah Lawrence.
Shekinah, yeah. Come on, man. It's a hood name. Oh, no. It's Shekinah. That ain't Shekinah. No. I've heard some people in the hood named Shekinah, but that's like Shekinah Glory, you know. That's that Christian stuff. Okay, but her last name's a cool name.
It's close.
Shekinah Larks. Okay, go ahead.
A program coordinator and diversity trainer at B'Kal Lashon, an organization in San Francisco that advocates for Jews of color.
So Shekinah advocates for Jews of color. Go ahead.
Warned that Ye's comments tapped into a dangerous ideology.
So what the Israelites teach is a dangerous ideology. Damn. That sounds just like what they said about Christ, ain't it?
Right.
Give me that. Right. Give me that in the book of, what is it, John?
John 11 and 47?
Yeah, let's read that. They said that same thing about Christ, that what he was teaching was dangerous. Dangerous to what, though? John chapter 11, verse 47?
John chapter 11 and verse 47.
Yep.
Then gathered the chief priests and the Pharisees a council and said, what do we? For this man doeth many miracles.
So bringing it up to today's age, man, they are bringing out a level of understanding that we have never heard of. They're actually making that stuff make sense.
And people are changing.
And then people are going to them. They're growing more and more. No matter how much we call them a black, Hebrew, Israelite, cult, and supremacist, people are still joining their organization. What can we do?
Remember that Edomite cap that almost had a panic attack last men's conference?
Yeah.
Oh my God, why are you guys not listening to me?
Yeah.
Their numbers are growing.
Yeah. No class. That's no class. Verse 48.
If we let him thus alone, all men will believe on him. And the Romans shall come and take away both our place and nation.
The Romans, the predecessors of the Romans will come and take away our place. Predecessor means those that live up to today, which are the Americans. They will come, we know who they are. That we ain't gonna say it. Because they watching us.
Yeah.
But they will come and take away our place. Let us disassociate with them at all costs, even though it makes perfect sense to us. We've got to cut them down because it makes perfect sense. They're going to have us they're going to take away our place in the alliance. Go back to the what she was saying. Go to the next point in that.
This black people are the real Jews.
Black people are the real Jews. Now, here's the thing. If black people are not the Jews, well, then who are we then?
Right.
They never answer that question to tell you, well, if black people are not Jews, well, then who are they? And what happened to the whole thing of freedom of religion?
Right. All that.
Why can't black people have a freedom of a religion that's in the Bible other than what the white man gave? Because Christianity is not in the Bible. Black people can't have that. That lets you know that they're hiding something right there. Go back to it. The black what?
This black people are the real Jews narrative needs to stop. It's harmful. It's not true.
See, that's what they're going to throw out stuff like that. Say it's harmful. They're a detriment to society. We have got to get rid of him. Come and let us get him out of the way before people believe it.
Whom have we harmed? Where's the records of that?
Well, you know, the word of God is a two-edged sword, so we cutting their soul deep.
Yep.
You gotta remember, Cap. They you know how the scriptures say they are wiser than Daniel. So they have went through the history books and they've seen, because like how, you know, the Most High said it in Ecclesiastes, what has been shall be also. If I can get a script, they did the same thing. Their ancestors did the same thing in in the Greek captivity.
Yeah, and one thing too, while you getting your script, is that they have the records when we came down here. Whenever there's a transaction that was done, let's just say, for instance, you're buying a car, you have to have a receipt for that car. So when they was taking us to Africa, there had to be some documentation. As soon as we got off the boat, before they changed our names, they already knew who we are.
The white man keeps records of everything.
Right.
Exactly. He got a damn birth certificate on you all your damn life. You can live to 100 years old. Guess what? He got a 100-year-old birth certificate. The time, the day, the place, your mama, your daddy, your uncles, everybody. He got a birth certificate of when you was born 100 years ago. That white man keep records on who we are.
Jake know that. That's why when you call those so-called government offices and they be like, during 2002, you worked at this job and started at this time in this place. You're like,
yeah.
How did you know that?
I did work at that
forgot
job.
about that.
Like, when did I?
You didn't pay taxes that year. Damn.
And we know exactly how much you owe.
We keep up with
all things.
every penny you spend.
Right.
Or every penny you bring in, man.
Hey,
so is that it on that right there? Go back to it. Read it from the top again.
This black people are the real Jews narrative needs to stop. It's harmful. It's not true. It's historical erasure. It's communal erasure. And it's gotten to the point where people are starting to threaten bodily harm or do acts of violence surrounding this narrative.
Who?
Come on now.
Where? Now, see, this is the thing that happens. This is the things that they're going to do to incite violence against us. Where is the proof of anything that she has said? Where is the proof that we are not the people of the book?
Right.
That's what Christianity is right there. She's supposed to be the coordinator of the black Jews of the Jews of Color Alliance or whatever she's supposed to do. But she's throwing out rhetoric with no proof behind it. Where's the proof that we are not the people that we say we are? Where is the proof that we are promoting violence or people have done violence on behalf of Israelites because you don't believe that they are the Jews? Where's that stuff at? How come that's not in the mainstream media? On social media, you can damn find a damn cat that got stuck in a damn tree in damn Murfreesboro, Tennessee, if you Google it, but you can't find stuff on Israelites going around, or people going around doing harm in Israelites' name because the world don't believe we the real Jews. You can't find that stuff.
Damn. You mind if I just pull the scripture? Let me land back off you.
Yeah, hurry up, man.
Hey, go to Sirach chapter 10 and let's read verse 9. Because God is going to define and show exactly what type of spirit that, these people are rolling in. Read.
Sirach chapter 10 and verse 9. Why is earth and ashes proud? There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man.
A covetous man, which is they made a covenant with death and hell for money. What does that sound like? That sound like a Judas Iscariot betraying their nation for a little piece of coin, for a little bit of advantage. Read.
For such an one setteth his own soul to sale. Because while he liveth, he casteth away his bowels.
His own bowels even giving up their own nation to say these hinderous things about us, saying that we're violent, we're a hate group, we're this, we're that. This is the spirit that they roll in. They roll in the spirit of Judas Iscariot.
Go pull up the video of that Michael Rappaport white dude who he played Remy. I don't know if y'all know. He played Remy in Higher Learning. It's for old heads. Old heads know what Higher Learning is with Ice Cube. If you ain't watched it, go and watch it. That's a movie you should watch. It's called Higher Learning. It's with Ice Cube, Lawrence Fishburne, and this dude was Remy in that video, in that movie. It's a good movie. It's called Higher Learning. All right? I think got Tyra Banks in there too. Yeah. Yep. And Omar Epps. Yep, that's an old school movie for you to watch. Higher Learning. Play what he said.
Chiggs is in here recording or some shit.
Skip all that, man.
No Chiggs movie.
Before I play this video, last night's Kanye West tweeted, "I'm a bit sleepless. I actually get with me and try to blackball anyone who ever opposes your agenda."
Talking about DEFCON 1. DEFCON 2. See, Jews, we know about DEFCON 3, DEFCON 4. You're not doing DEFCON anything. With the Jews, we know about that. DEFCON 5, 6 million. We know all about that.
This is what I want to say. This is why you know the Bible's a true book and Psalms 83 is real, y'all.
Yeah.
How come the black diaspora, the black experience gets swept up under the table? There has no race on the face of the earth that has been killed and put through genocide more than the black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man. Even if you don't call us the Israelites, even if you say we ain't the people of the book that we claim to be, no other nation on the face of the earth has suffered more than we have. They've already did the estimates. 100 million Africans died in the 1619 slave trade, right? 200 million Hispanics died during the conquest of America. 100 million Native Indians died from the moment that they landed on Plymouth Rock. 100 million, 200 million, another 100 million. You've got 400 million, quote unquote, minorities of America. History of them dying and counting, because they stopped during slavery times probably, but we still been getting killed. Nobody mentions that, like those people have a stranglehold on death. No, we've been brutalized and genocide way more than any race on the face of the earth, but you niggas' lives don't matter at all. Nor do your ancestors.
Cap, white blood weighs more than black blood. So
damn!
There's 6
but
million.
I thought we all bleed red.
No.
But that white blood is heavier.
It's heavier. That's 6 million compared to
100 million, 200, 400 million.
400 million does not equate yet.
No, that's 6 million is way more than
until your whole race
the
gets
hell with you niggas
gets until your whole race gets eradicated. Then that's when we feel sorry for the black people after they get you up.
Don't let them pull that damn Jedi mind trick on you. Oh, we gotta be so compassionate on them of what happened to them for quote unquote 4 years. It don't add up, but hey, don't be so compassionate. Hey, do you know that your 100 million of your ancestors died in the slave trade? Oh, we not talking about them niggas.
I pray.
Hey, Senor Jose, you know that Christopher Columbus never landed in America. He killed 200 million of your people. Oh, Mother Mary, bless us all.
You can come into the kingdom of heaven too. You can be saved too.
I pray for you.
Hey, Cap, you know what's crazy? Because they don't like when we use the Bible. If we not the Israelite, and what they say is, oh, the black African Americans, we ain't the real Jews. It's not true. So when you read Deuteronomy 28 and 68, those people that went on ships, who are those people that God said was going to go on ships? Show me.
That's the actual problem.
Look, watch this. Lyle. That did not happen.
Right. That's it. Jedi Bible.
Yeah.
What Bible?
That is the actual
Bible
problem.
we gave you.
All those people.
You could talk about anything else. You can talk about Egyptology. You can go into Black Lives Matter. All of that stuff. You can speak upon all of that. But the minute you go into this Bible and say that you are God's chosen people,
you know what? You know what that really. You know what? This is how you know. You got to tell your family. This is how you know that we are the people of the book. Is because that the constitutional rights of every American, it does not apply when it comes to black people saying that they are the people of the book.
Right.
What happened to the First Amendment of freedom of religion?
Right. There you go.
It does not apply when you niggas say that you are the people of the book, because you can now back that stuff up.
Right.
Because now you're gonna start questioning, well, where that stuff happened to y'all at?
Right.
I never seen no pictures of no white people in slavery and chains.
In America, you could say you a woman. You could say you a garbage can.
Right.
You can say you a 13-year-old.
You a baby.
You can say you whatever you want to be.
Yeah.
But the minute you say you an Israelite,
That's it.
So we cannot identify. I identify as an Israelite.
I identify as an Israelite.
Yeah. No, no bueno, muy malo. Northern Kingdom, muy malo.
So let's pull up the actual quote that Kanye said that has got him in so much heat right now. Pull it up. Read that for him.
I'm a bit sleepy tonight, but when I wake up, I'm going DEFCON 3 on Jewish people.
Now, it really says it's supposed to be DEFCON, but whatever. But go ahead.
The funny thing is I actually can't be anti-Semitic.
He can't be anti-Semitic.
Because black people are actually Jews also.
Black people are actually the Jews. Now, see, he's a little off, but he's right in what he's saying. Black people are actually the Jews. So is the Hispanics. So is the Native Indians, right? They lump us in there in the Bible as Jews. We are also the Jews. All three of us so-called nations make up the 12 tribes of Israel.
Hey, Cap, you know what I noticed? When he said Jewish, he put Jewish people. But then when he identified himself as a Jew, he put Jew.
Yeah.
He didn't put Jewish.
We're going to read that, too, why he said that. Go back to it. Let's finish it out.
You guys have toyed with me. You guys have toyed with me and tried to blackball anyone, whoever opposes your agenda.
Now, see, this is what we're talking about. Remember he said earlier about cancel culture. And he's not talking about sexual harassing women in the movie industry and all. He ain't talking about that. He's talking about something that he has witnessed over the last few years. But we're going to bring it out. So he said Kanye, so that let you know Kanye has been watching. This is the thing that you got to understand about these entertainers. They may have money, but the word of God is powerful. That it don't matter how much damn money you got. You gonna take notice of it when you hear it, because your soul is going to identify with the word of God when you hear it.
That's right.
It's going to identify with the Most High.
That's right.
Just like Joseph of Arimathea. Give me that in what was that? John chapter 3. He was a rich man. Let's read that. John chapter 3, start at verse 1.
John chapter 3 and verse 1. There was a man of the Pharisees named Nicodemus, a ruler of the Jews.
To be a ruler of the Jews means that you have some type of status. You have some wealth behind you. You're a ruler of the people, right? That would be the same equivalent as you've got of these entertainers. They call themselves famous today. They have notoriety. So he was a ruler of the Jews. He was well known amongst the people. He had status. He was of the Pharisees. Verse 2.
The same came to Jesus by night and said unto him, Rabbi, we know that thou art a teacher come from God.
Now that's the same thing that happens to these entertainers when they come across the Israelites teaching. They hear this and they say, that is the truth of God.
Right.
I understand that. That make perfect sense. And they got history to back it up. It ain't like they just bringing this out of thin air. These are actually books that we ain't never read before. The bishops and the deacons are bringing out understanding. It makes perfect sense to my soul. I can identify with what they're saying. We know that these people are sent by God. Read on.
For no man can do these miracles that thou doest.
No man that is not of God, that does not have the Spirit of God, can break down a book of Revelations backwards. Woo! No man that does not have the Spirit of God can do what Deacon Malachi is just going over Genesis and bringing out deep mysteries. Nobody can do what Deacon Ithon does where, oh, you got a doctrine? Oh, here he comes to slay that thing. And he destroys it. Nobody can do what Deacon Asaph does with. Deacon Asaph breaks down every line of the damn Bible and gives understanding of that. Nobody can do what Bishop Yawasop do and pull all that butter on your biscuit. Nobody can do what Bishop Kadai do where he takes the Bible and he makes it real to you where you can you understand that thing right there. Nobody can do those things like Deacon Abiel does where he inspires you to go to war.
Right.
You can't do those. Nobody can do what Deacon Laba do where he brings the hammer. If you ain't got the Spirit of God in you. That's why when those entertainers see the bishops and the deacons teach, they say, these brothers come from God. And that's why Kanye understands now how whoever he's been watching, however long he's been watching, he understands now that black people are the Israelites according to the Bible.
Right.
But he just says it in a way to throw, we the black Jew, the
12 tribes of Judah, something like that.
12 tribes of Judah.
He'll say something stupid like that.
Nobody is teaching God's laws precept upon precept. And then at that, giving you the 7 senses in the Bible. Like, who is explaining
the
that?
carpenters.
Who's explaining that?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Nobody's doing that. Go to what he actually said in the interview what he had with Tucker Carlson. Go to that. Let's read that.
In unaired clips from the same interview, which leaked on Tuesday, West detailed his belief in an unfounded anti-Semitic conspiracy theory that Planned Parenthood was founded to control the Jew population.
It was found down. Look at this. This is how you know he knows something. He said Planned Parenthood was founded to control the Jew population. He didn't say Jewish. He said Jew population.
Yep.
Just like you pointed out earlier when he referred to himself, he said Jew. Everybody knows the history of Margaret Sanger, that she created Planned Parenthood to destroy the black race.
Right.
Everybody knows that has graduated from damn high school. Everybody knows the only reason Planned Parenthood was created was to kill black people.
Damn.
That's historical facts.
I heard
So when he said
Kanye West.
Jew, go ahead.
Kanye West said, if I become president, every black woman that if they plan on having an abortion, I'm gonna give them $1 million so they don't abort them.
So they can keep the baby.
So they keep the
crazy.
baby.
That's the crazy talk about it. Go back to it though.
Black card about to get revoked.
Let's go back to it. Go ahead.
In conjunction with the Ku Klux Klan. When I say Jew, I mean the 12 lost tribes of Judah.
He got some more learning to do, but he's on his way. Don't doubt him now. He's on his way. If he get his mind right, repent. Go ahead.
That's that Judah spirit.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
The
Judah.
12 tribes of
of
Israel,
Judah.
not the 12 tribes of
Well,
Judah.
Tribes of Judah.
Go ahead. Read on.
Who the people know as the race black really are.
Now look at that. When I say Jew, I mean the 12 lost tribes of Judah, who the people know as the race black really are.
That's
You see, Cap ain't even correct the reading either.
No. I'm going to read it how Kanye said.
He didn't even say the 12 tribes of Israel. It's 12 tribes of Judah.
I'm just repeating. Go back to it.
They the head tribe. Let
Go
them
back to
be.
it. Go ahead.
He told host Tucker Carlson, referring to a claim unsupported by historical evidence.
It's unsupported. Okay, go ahead.
That black people are the real Jewish race, and that Jews are attempting to steal their birthright.
Now, I ain't even going to read the rest of it, but see, this is what they always say, referring to a claim unsupported by evidence. What classes have they been watching? Bishop been pulling books for years.
Yeah, definitely.
Proving the stuff. You know what? When them books come out, they be like, turn it off, turn it off, turn it off, turn it off, turn it off. Close your eyes, turn it off, close your eyes. But they have a problem with you identifying that. But one thing they don't have a problem with you identifying is this. Pull it up. Right there. As long as you identify with any one of those, they do not have a problem with you saying it. You could say that you're Baptist, you could say Mormon, Seventh-day Adventist, Jehovah's Witness, Pentecostal, all made by white man.
All that's okay.
And if it's white, it's right.
It's right. It is perfect for you niggas to be in because you will never return back to your God in those.
That's what the radio show the radio show newscaster said. He's like, what's wrong? What's wrong with white lives matter? That's what he said. White is right.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
remember a bishop was saying you could identify as Egyptian, Muslim,
That's it. Anything.
Christian, but as soon as you identify as an Israelite,
The hell is this?
it's a whole problem.
Go back to go to the book that I got up there and look what we don't write these books, but look what they said about being Christian. Pull it up. Read that. It's the Handbook of Denominations. Look it up. Get it if you can. I don't know if they got it on Amazon no more. Go ahead. Read that as early
As early as 1700.
slavery.
White slaveholders in the South were providing religious teaching and places of worship for their slaves.
For their who?
For their slaves.
Uh-huh.
At least most of them did little to prevent such activity.
You could be, you can worship this religion as much as you want to. Do anything you want to with this. Go ahead.
Usually, however, slaves sat in the gallery of the white churches, identified with the faith of their owners.
They identify with the faith of their slave masters. And in this context, what's at the top? What we talking about?
Black Baptists.
That's why you still got Black Baptists today, because they are descendants from the slave master, and they still holding on to that. And white people have no problem with you carrying on your slave master's religion. Go to the other one. Go to the other image. Read that.
Black Baptist
Black
doctrine.
Baptist doctrine. Nobody has an uproar. Nobody calls out when they talk about Baptists in religion. They don't say Black Baptists in the media. Why don't they say that? Why don't they say Black Mormons? Why don't they say Black Catholics? They don't say none of that. But they quick to say Black Hebrew Israelites.
Right.
Damn. Okay. Good. Read it.
Black Baptist doctrine runs quite parallel.
It's the exact same
to that of white Baptist churches.
Slaves. They are slaves, black slaves in a different building, thinking that they serving God, and white people are perfectly okay with you being a Black Baptist and say nothing about it at all. Go to the other images to show this is proof. We give you historical proof of these things. Go ahead. When I Was a Slave, memoirs from the Slave Narrative Collection. These are your ancestors that actually lived through slavery. Look what they said of how they began to be Christians. And nobody said nothing about it. Nobody has put on a campaign. White America has not put on a campaign to say, you black people should not be Christian. You learned that in slavery. Come out of it. There's been no campaign for it or against it. Read that real quick.
We had the best mistress and master in the world, and they was Christian folks, and they taught us to be Christian-like too. Every Sunday morning, old master would have all us niggas to the house while he would sing and pray and read the Bible to us all. Old master taught us not to be bad. He taught us to be good. He told us to never steal nor to tell false tales and not to do anything that was bad. He said, you will reap what you sow, that you sow it single and reap double. I learned that when I was a little child.
He learned to be Christian when he was a little child. Go ahead.
And I ain't forgot it yet.
Uh-huh.
When I got grown.
When he got grown.
I went the Baptist way.
Just like that book just said. The slaves became what their slave masters taught them. If you are a Baptist in the damn Christian church, if you're in Christianity, period, you are still a slave in 2022. You just got more liberties as a slave now. You're off the plantation. Go back to it. Let's finish it out. Go ahead.
God called my pa to preach, and old master let him preach in the kitchen and in the backyard under the trees. On preaching day, old master took his whole family and all the slaves to church with him.
Why? Because he taught the same white religion, white beliefs that the master had already taught him. Go to the other image. How you black people became slaves and how they have never said anything about you being Christian. They want you to stay that way. Go ahead, read that.
No one on the place was taught to read or write. On Sunday, the slaves who wanted to worship would gather at one of the large cabins with one of the overseers present and have their church, after which the overseer would talk. When communion was given, the overseer was paid for staying there with half of the collection taken up. Sometimes he would get 25 cents. No one could read the Bible.
They don't read the Bible in the church now. If you ever been to church in your life, you know damn well you don't read the Bible. It's a new thing on the earth that Creflo got them. Hell, they ain't even reading the Bible. They reading the damn Amplified or some stuff, man. They ain't read no damn Bible.
They read the how to approach a black Hebrew Israelite packet.
Yeah, manual. Right. Go back to it. Finish it out.
Sandy Jasper, Mr. Ashby's coachman, was the preacher. He would go to the white Baptist church on Sunday with the family and would be better informed because he heard the white preacher.
This is historical books. The book said that black people are slaves because of their slave master, and we read in our ancestors saying they learned to be Christian from their slave masters and taught the same thing that the slave masters taught them. That's why niggas still believe John 3:16, God loves everybody, and love your enemies is talking about the slave master.
So even how to read the Bible or how to understand the Bible got passed down to us.
Yep.
And now we don't even open up the Bible. We just John 3:16, Galatians 3:28.
That's it. Yep, that's it.
That sounds-
God love everybody.
That sound like a cult.
I mean all. I mean all. But when you step out of that box and say that you're the Israelites that the Bible speaks of, they do you like they did Nick Cannon. Y'all remember this? Pull it up. Remember how they son Nick Cannon?
Yep.
Talking to that fake ass, talking to that white man that's
they
red.
made
Look at
him-
it. He's red and his shirt is white.
Damn.
That's Esau right there, y'all. He's talking to him, and this red man is informing him of how worse his history is than his 400 million of the black, Hispanic, and Native Indians that died, that my number it outweighs yours, although numerically it's more.
He looked like his red head wrap.
Yeah.
Right.
Look at that. He's almost the color of his jumpsuit.
That's what it's red head wrap. Yeah.
He's
saw
almost.
the
Give me that
flesh.
Genesis. We got to read it. Genesis 25, man.
Bring it out.
Genesis 20, he's almost the same color as his jumpsuit, and you see that man ain't smiling at all. He is just showed up to make Nick Cannon bow down to him, like the scriptures say. Nigga, bow your soul down to me, and tell everybody that you not the real people of the book.
And you know why he's red? Because they know that they use the Bible to help keep you a slave. So this is what you're seeing is a nigga getting out of hand, and he's starting to speak the truth. He's starting to see, Bob. He's starting to finally read spiritually.
Read that. Genesis 25:25. Read that real quick.
Genesis chapter 25 and verse 25. And the first came out red all over like an hairy garment.
There you go.
And they called his name Esau.
Esau. He came out red and hairy. That's why the white man shaves daily. That's why the Gillette was made for him, not us.
Hey,
now, go to the other image. Go to the other image, because you can go back and watch this, because we brought this out about what they did to the other one that said he was Israel, Deshaun Jackson. Go to that.
Out.
They son Deshaun Jackson made him bow his soul down and deny his own religion or his own nationality.
Damn.
He had to deny his own nationality, and he dressed up in a costume.
Come on now,
and
dog.
made him bow down his soul.
Come on,
we brought that out the video about 2 years ago. This happened. Go to it. Let's see it, so people can go back and watch that on the IUIC Miami, on the IUIC Miami page. They can see what happened. Go to the next image. Pay attention. Focus, y'all. Come on. That right there is the hidden agenda behind Deshaun Jackson. Go and watch that thing, man. It's I think it's a whole class we did on that. Go to what the white folks say about them. Go to that real quick, because we strapped for time. Go to that. 13th. Go to that, man. Pull it up. Yeah, read that real quick. Just read the last paragraph in the second. Read 13th tribe.
The 13th tribe, the Khazar Empire and its heritage.
That's by Arthur Koestler. Go ahead, the second paragraph. The third, yeah.
In the second part of this book, The Heritage, Mr. Koestler speculates about the ultimate fate of the Khazars and their impact on the racial composition and social heritage of modern Jewry. He produces a large body of meticulously detailed research in support of a theory that sounds all the more convincing for the restraint with which it is advanced. Yet should this theory be confirmed, the term anti-Semitism would become void of meaning, since, as Mr. Koestler writes, it is based on a misapprehension shared by both the killers and their victims. The story of the Khazar Empire, as it slowly emerges from the past, begins to look like the most cruel hoax which history has ever perpetrated.
Damn, he said, so this is him. He's actually a Jewish person saying that if they are the 12 tribes, they've got to be the 13th tribe because our history don't match up with what it says biblically in the Bible. No, let's go to it's right before the next Candace Owens thing is the account of Timbuktu and the Husa. Let's go to that. It's right below light and truth. For sake of time, it's right below light and truth. We're gonna see what read that because Bishop brought that book out. Pull it up. Go ahead. Account of Timbuktu and the Husa. Territories in the interior of Africa by James Gray Jackson. Go ahead. Read that.
Page 187. Yehudi, a place of great trade. This place is reported to be inhabited by one of the lost tribes of Israel, possibly an emigration from the tribe of Judah.
The tribe of Judah, like Kanye talking about. Go ahead.
Yehuda in African Arabic signifies Judah. Yehudi signifies Jew.
Yehudi signifies Jew.
It is not impossible that many of the lost tribes of Israel may be found dispersed.
Found where? Dispersed where?
In the interior regions of Africa.
So Kanye ain't lying. The history books is telling you that the Israelites are in the interior regions of Africa. Keep reading.
When we shall become better acquainted with that continent.
When we do more detailed historical research of the continent of Africa, go ahead.
It is certain.
It is certain
that some of the nations that possess the country eastward of Palestine, when the Israelites were a favored nation, have emigrated to Africa.
Hold on. The Israelites went where?
Have emigrated to Africa.
That's history books telling you that the Israelites went into Africa.
Yeah. We did not write this.
Nah, we didn't write that.
Kanye did not write
Nah.
this. With all his billions of dollars, he did not write it.
Nah, that book was written before he was born.
It was written before he was born.
Yeah.
So who's saying that? Is it us black people?
Nah, we didn't say that. No, not at all. But look at this. This is when you speak truth and you are trying to keep the real Israelites asleep, they'll do this to quiet you down. Pull up what they did to Kanye, man. Read that.
Earlier today, I learned that Kanye West was officially kicked out of J.P. Morgan Chase Bank.
You know how much money Kanye got for them to say, we don't want your money no more? Damn. Kanye's a billionaire, y'all. And they told that nigga, we don't want your money here. And you know what banks do with money? They use that money and flip it and lend it out and more. They said, we don't want your $1 billion here.
That's a phone call.
There you go.
Don't take his money.
There you go. Somebody that is powers that be said, we don't want Kanye's money in the same bank I keep mine. And if you want my $10 billion in there to use, you better get rid of that nigga's chump change. Yes, sir. We'll issue the warning email and we'll make it public so everybody can know and be warned that you bet not say that you an Israelite if you a nigga from Africa. You better be a Baptist, Methodist, Episcopalian, Scientologist, Egyptologist. You better be a nigga. You better get rich or die trying, but you bet not repent and call yourself an Israelite. We're going to show you through Kanye. Go back to it. Go back to it. I want you to, we didn't make this stuff up. Read that.
I was told there was no official reason given.
No, just get the money out of here, nigga. Go ahead.
But they sent this letter as well to confirm that he has until late November to find another place for the Yeezy empire to bank.
Go read the email. Scroll up, read the email. Read that real quick just to talk. Go ahead.
Dear Ye.
Dear Ye. They called him by his changed name. Go ahead.
Blank. We are sending this letter to confirm our recent discussion with blankety blank that J.P. Morgan Chase Bank, N.A., the bank, has decided to end its banking relationship with Yeezy LLC and its affiliated entities, collectively the company.
He that $1 billion clothing company. He's selling. We brought it out that he's selling Yeezys for $800.
Hey, the bank will take my Easy $200-300.
Yeah, they would.
But they gonna reject Yeezy.
We don't want your money.
Come
check
on,
this out.
man.
I'm gonna play a series of videos real quick, and I want y'all to notice something that they don't do on every single video. Play it real quick. Let's go. Play it.
Oh no, Kanye, you gonna do it again? You gonna do it again? I don't even know where to begin with this shit. I mean, promoting anti-Semitism to your 50 million followers. Not even joking about it, threatening to go DEFCON 3 on Jewish people, which, by the way, I know this is not the point, but that's not how you say it. I know it's not the main issue here, I know that. but it's DEFCON 3. All right, not DEFCON 3. Right? DEFCON sounds like a trade show where they unveil all the latest coffins or something. It's like, our newest model comes with Bluetooth. Now you can check on to make sure Nana's still there. Just use the app. DEFCON. Not to mention the DEFCON scale goes from 1 to 5. So DEFCON 3 is like in the middle. If you're trying to tell people how hard you're going to go, that's just a weird way to do it. You know? I'm about to open up a can of whip ass, but I'm going to put half of it in some Tupperware for later. You've been warned. I don't want to use all my whip ass at the same time. Also, it's funny that he starts his threat with, I'm a bit sleepy tonight. What is that? What is that? Does anti-Semitism make you tired? Is that why MAGA people love the My Pillow guy? Is that what this is? But I will say, man, I feel bad for American right-wingers.
Stop it. Look at that. Stop it. What did he not bring up in that tweet that Kanye brought up?
Here we go.
So you got to pay attention to this stuff.
Message.
What did he not mention that Ye put in that tweet?
Hey.
Okay. Go to the next video.
Hey.
Watch this. Now you see how they'll cut the stuff quick, right? They'll cut it quick. This is what you got to realize what they want us to keep doing. Play the next video, y'all. Watch this.
Straight checks, I think we got one.
That's a black man.
It's voting season, bruh.
Now voting, no loving. Now voting, no touching. Now voting, no nothing. Now voting, no fucking. Now voting, no fucking. Now voting, no loving. Now voting, no touching. Now voting, no nothing. Now voting, no fucking. Now voting, no fucking. BLK app looking for some action.
That's a man, y'all.
Faces a 9, abs a 10, D is a to be determined. He got mad jokes, he don't seem broke. The only red flag that he don't vote.
Stop it.
Wait a minute.
There's no outcry about that, right? There's no outcry. Play the next video. Watch this, y'all. Watch. Don't throw up in your mouth, but watch this.
This is Merrin. She fell in love with James.
I'm a masculine presenting woman.
And I am a feminine presenting straight man. I guess people
Pause
perceive
it.
us.
What? A feminine, straight, and tame straight man.
Wait a minute.
What?
So they role reverse.
She's a masculine man, and he's a feminine. No, she's a masculine woman, and he's a feminine man.
Halfway.
And they're not gay.
What? You jumping on the end?
No. He has sex with her.
That's like what's his name?
So they
Dwayne,
doing it-
that's
so they
like
doing it
Dwayne
right.
Wade's relationship.
So they doing it right.
I'm
Go back to it. Go back to
very
it.
confused.
I'm
Go back to it.
I'm
So they
confused.
doing it right.
I am
Wrong.
a feminine presenting straight man.
A
I guess
feminine-
people perceive us as weird as a couple because we don't follow the regular status
So
quo.
she's the man.
We don't
and he's
look
the
like
woman.
how they want us
But
to
he's
look.
a man. And she's
The couple met through TikTok, and despite not being each other's usual type,
I was identifying as gay because it was easier than explaining all the ins and outs of who I was.
I've only dated girls in the past.
The most frequent question we get is, who is the woman? Or like, who is the girl? Who is the boy? Who is the man?
I miss people. I miss you. How was your flight?
She picks him up.
Hungry.
Hi, I'm Marin, and this is my boyfriend James. I'm a masculine presenting woman.
And I am a feminine presenting straight man.
What is
Merrin and James.
What is a presenting? They just made this
What
up.
in the hell? That's what they want the black man to do. Anything but call yourself an Israelite and stand up and be counted like Bishop Yawasop said in his class. Take back your nation and take back control of your house. Be a feminine man boyfriend and have a masculine woman, but you as the feminine man have sex with the masculine woman. Revelation 18:4, man.
Bring it out, Cal.
Revelation 18:4. We're going to end it on this,
You
man.
trying to explain that to me just
We gotta
made my brain hurt.
That's why this place got to go.
Yeah, we got to smash the confusion.
Revelation 18:4.
We're getting close, y'all. We're getting close.
Revelation chapter 18 and verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues.
Read on.
For her sins have reached unto heaven, and God hath remembered her iniquities.
That time's going to come. And when God fully remembers her iniquities, he's going to do the same thing with America, which is Babylon the Great.
That's
the same way he did with the ancient land of Canaan and to all the inhabitants of the land.
Right.
Remember that. So you better come out of the ways of America. And the only thing you better identify as is an Israelite from whatever tribe you might be.
Right.
That's the only way you going to get salvation.
That's
if
right.
you identify as anything else,
Bring it out.
your ass is grass.
Shalom, this is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. I have an important message about your leaders in the Christian church. Your bishops, pastors, reverends, and ministers are all lying to you and leading you straight to damnation. The truth is, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are the biblical Israelites, according to Deuteronomy chapter 28. Jesus Christ is a black man with white wool hair, according to Revelation chapter 1, verses 14 and 15. We as the Israelites must keep the commandments in the faith of Christ to receive salvation, as it is written in Revelation chapter 14, verse 12. I've challenged and debated Christian authorities all over the world on these issues. Not one of them has been able to negate this truth. Your pastors have led you astray, worshiping pagan holidays and false gods, just as in the days of old. So join us on our mission to restore the true nation of Israel before the decree goes forth. The work is plentiful, but the laborers are few. Visit our website at israelunite.org or call us at 855-484-4842 to learn more and visit our schools. Shalom.